So today I'm painting those daisies again. Here's Midnight. And yeah, just back from Wales yesterday, last night late actually. Ended up staying up really late for some reason. I'm planning on heading to Gladhouse for a swim now after this. It's really warm today, and I've given myself the challenge of using whatever's in this bag here to make a painting from these flowers and this vase on this bit of paper that I just found, a little bit of watercolour paper that I discovered. I was looking around for some paper and this is the first piece I found. So, you know, normally I suppose I don't really work on watercolour paper when I'm using acrylic, and that's mostly what's in the bag here, but it's kind of good too to shake it up a bit and do something different, you know. Got oil pastels as well in this. 2 boxes of oil pastels actually, or in that box. See them there. So something will happen. And I also tore out some of that paper because I like it for explaining the vase maybe. And I have brushes somewhere. You know what? I don't think it's the box I meant. The bag I meant to use was one with the acrylic paint in it. So I think I've picked up the wrong bag. Now I feel like I'm cheating myself. Oh, there it is. Well, so I'm going to use materials divided between these 2 bags, which is quite a lot actually. Here, come on, I'll just start anyway. I want to go for a swim, you see. I'm going to prevaricate the right word. Procrastinate, I suppose, is better. Let's just see what happens here. Alright, so that's the torn piece that came to me first thing, so I may as well use that as a starting point. But I think maybe I'll use it for the other side of the vase because it's higher on the other side. And then I might find a colour that's similar in the oil pastels in order to draw with a non-dominant hand something to explain the rest of the base of the jug at least. There's another grey colour that might let me explain the edge of the daisies up here and the space between them. There's PVA glue now that I'm fighting against here as well. So I've decided to change sides of the vase, so there's glue on this side. So it'll do something unusual as well, which is, I always find like I'm trying to do something that disturbs the status quo, so it's kind of welcome when I recognise something's not part of my plan, you know. It's welcome because I feel like there's something about maybe like being challenged against, I don't know. There's something about being thrown off course and having to navigate your way like again and find your focus and all of that. And like having been presented with something unexpected, I think naturally does that. Alright, that was an unexpected colour too. Okay, so what about the yellow now? I think I might use paint. I can find yellow paint in here. Hands are yellow. I don't know if this is the colour of the centre of the daisy. Definitely not, but it could be. If I put a hint of something warmer into it, pens or cadmium red paint, fluorescent red ink, and I've got oil pastel. I'm kind of mostly drawn to just using the paint, I think, in the first instance anyway, to try and get the colour vaguely right. Well, it's merged in with the oil pastel there, and this isn't too bad, I think. I mean, it's a good deal brighter, isn't it? A good deal brighter than what it is in reality. So let's stick some green. What's this? Hooker's green, to kind of subdue the brightness of the red and to give it a bit more of a greyish kind of hint. Don't think that's it either. It's a bit more lightness now. Anyway, there we have it again. It's kind of something that'll be available to respond to, rather than being completely accurate first time. Right, so that's that. Something's happening there. I have the water somewhere. There it is. It's kind of a nice colour, very yellow. It doesn't really feature anywhere here, but I like it. Might use it another time. Right, what about the white of the daisies now? How am I going to explain them, I wonder? I mean, I suppose I could use the Indian ink, the stick. Actually, in that same box is the watercolour pencils, which are in various shades of yellows and greens and things. And then there's the grey. So if I didn't want to go straight for the black, I could use the grey pencil to outline some of the edges of the daisy. The petals back there. Again, just resorting to using my non-dominant hand here, because I really want to avoid getting tight in, caught up in details. Little leg, big leg. That big leg actually comes in to meet the edge of the vase. And then of course there's the other one that's there, which I'd say I could explain really by tearing some white paper and gluing it on. There's some glue. Just to cover over the vase, collaged on vase. It's a very dirty piece of white collage, but anyway, it'll do. I'm going to use my right hand in order to carry on with the rest of that daisy, for now anyway. But holding it quite loosely and twisting it as I draw, in order that, again, that I don't get too caught up in unnecessary detail, and try and keep to explaining the character of the flowers without losing their aliveness, or while keeping that aliveness. As I draw, I'm kind of recognizing that the yellow is far closer to yellow ochre really than it is to the cadmium red and cadmium yellow, or the Hansa yellow I used. So looking forward to trying to capture more accurately the colour of that centre daisy, the centre of the daisy. noticed in a friend's message that she's been in Catterline where Joan Eardley lived. And I suddenly realised, I love Joan Eardley's work and I live not far from there, really. I mean, I'm in the same country. And I've never been. So I was thinking, really it could do with prioritising inspiration and those artists who inspire me and have inspired me, and aiming to give myself the gift, of that inspiration, visiting where she lived and painted. If you don't know her, look her up, Joan Eardley. She died when she was only, I think, 44 maybe. And that might be about 40 years ago or more even. I probably got the dates right, but thereabouts. Now this is white oil pastels. I'm trying to just kind of make the daisy maybe a wee bit cohesive or something. There's a kind of a hint of green around the edge of the daisy there where it meets the white bits, And maybe then the white oil pastel will have a purpose to make those green bits a little bit less obvious, And what is that colour? Look at that, right in the middle. I kind of want to do something down here. And it's not white, I don't know why, but I feel like I want to put white there. Maybe it's the old stripe of blue that's calling me too. Could just play with making an edge to it with the masking tape. Maybe I've overused that blue line in the paintings of this phase. I don't know. Alright, now I guess I could. Oh yeah, there's blue down here too, isn't there? Kind of a nice blue tabletop. Maybe I can find something in here. Doesn't look as though there's anything that bright turquoisey blue. I just love those butterflies. I also love capturing the whiteness of the petals when they're really white. Look, I'll just put in even just one butterfly. Just there. Or maybe there. Or there, actually. Right, what about this blue? This isn't the blue of the tabletop now, is it? Well, it's close enough. When I say tabletop, it's my stool. Just looking around for sorry, hitting you. Looking around for a turquoise blue. I've got a box of ink in here that I thought I might find a turquoise with. that. Again, I could see if I could make it with these two. Might as well anyway. I like kind of trying out things, you know. Gives me a bit of aliveness. Even if it's gonna like not work. I like engaging that part of me that's kind of brave. Foolhardy even, you might say. Because even if you hate it, which I actually really do hate this colour, you can always do something else to make it work again. And if it didn't go pear-shaped, you wouldn't have anything to retrieve it from. And then things would be often the same. I'm getting pins and needles on me. Oh. So a couple of things there now. A couple of things. I want to wipe. I want to wipe off that green. I don't like that green colour, even although it looks like it kind of works not too bad for the painting. I just don't like it. Yeah, I think I prefer this. I prefer this colour. I'm sure I can always reduce the redness of it with that blue paint, or completely obliterate. Put some more glue on there. Let's see if I can tear off some of the back of it so it's not quite as thick. Where do I want to put this now? I think I definitely want to cover that yellow-green that's there. Right, a bit more of this, I think. I thought I used this already. Oh, what's this one? It's called powder blue. This is a blue oil pastel. It's probably the colour of the table more than anything else. Anyway, it's good just to kind of engage really kind of firmly with the whole thing, you know. I feel like I'm really pushing the oil pastel into the paint and the glue. And yeah, it just feels kind of fun to do that. Like a child with a crayon, you know. What next now? I think maybe that idea I had about using ink, I might just bring a touch of it in here. I know it's really a dominant dark that comes in with the ink, but I kind of like the commitment of it somehow. It's not flowing as I had expected or hoped it would. I thought it would flow a bit more freely. It's like it needs some more water in it maybe. Put some more water into it there. Sometimes putting water into the ink makes it just a bit more flowy. Let's see if it does this time. Yeah, it's moving a bit more. Just maybe here and there, like the bits that are really very clearly dark in the midst of them, especially around the centre there. There's bits with my eyes half closed that are really quite dark, where the petals extend from. Again, it's not really flowing that well, so I'll hold it vertically and hope that that lets the ink flow a bit more freely down the spine of the implement. I suppose it's on the watercolor paper that the ink doesn't kind of slide over it so well. It's more absorbed, I guess, by the watercolor. Even if it is the backing for it, it still seems to be absorbing the paper more than letting it flow over it. But it's probably no harm, because it'll prevent me getting too trigger happy with the ink and just outlining every single thing. But I do want to kind of bring some consistency in with where I've placed the ink, so I'm trying to put a little bit on both daisies. Just go back to the grey watercolour pencil there. I just dipped it into the water to capture the edge on this side. Something that's cohesive but not too dark. A couple more daisies back there, you see. They're just reading as grey in the background, really. I guess I could spread out some of that ink a little bit to make it read as shadow of the white petals. Some of them are kind of in shadow. Really, it's all more in shadow than usual, I think, because of it being, obviously out of the light altogether. I just retrieve brightness again with the white oil pastel. In the background is all brown and stuff. I don't think I want to go into that actually. I do want to capture more colour of the centre. Colour of the centre of the daisies there. Got some black ink on my finger there. kind of want to put some value in the background that I don't know what. Like the colour that's there isn't a bit uninspiring to me. It's a bit like burnt sienna. The colour of the boards in the background, you know. I don't know if that would really work. I suppose I could try it a bit. I already had, hadn't I? I guess as long as it's not too dominant to burnt sienna, it might be a good thing. To just let the daisies sing out in their whiteness a wee bit more. And really that behind there, it's got my crimson blanket. It's back there, that colour. I just love that blanket. It's crochet. I bought it in a cafe years ago down in Innerleithen. So as I see it there, I'm going to pop it in, even if it's totally out of place. Right. Might be a touch all over on that side too, actually. Because you don't have to soften all the edges, do they? Other collage paper I love. It's this little sparkly blue one. I could keep layering over layers. I get all excited here now, but for the moment I think I'm just gonna end up, hopefully, and go for my swim. I think I want to subdue the brightness of red on that side. And maybe give a feel for the crochet texture that's actually on that quilt. You know, it's not just bold, bright crimson, there's stitches in there. And just put a proper end to that petal. Because it was just, sorry, you probably can't hear me at all. I was saying there, I just put a proper end on that petal because it was getting lost in the storm of crochet. Okay, well, I like when I end a picture and my fingers are sticky and I feel like I've engaged with it at least. Especially if I've been a bit stuck on tame, which I have felt a little bit actually. Maybe it was very good having that jaunt to Wales. Okay, so, well, I'll just lift it up a bit closer. That's what happened there. And I'll take a photo after of the flowers as I was seeing them, so that if you wanted to join in with me, follow along to the video as I'm painting them, you could do that. You could find whatever's in your environment that would work. Sorry, shaking. Find whatever materials, colours, you know. Anything really goes, doesn't it? I love that idea of anything goes. It brings in that childlike carry on that really is vital. And creative play. Not finished yet, am I? Whoa. Okay. It's taking it in a whole new direction for a minute. I think I'm not doing anything by halves today. And you know what, I'm just going to stop without even being completely satisfied with it. I'm just going to stop there. That's the last thing I did. There's some dark stuff going on in the background. Alright, pastel. Okay. Right. See the sun? Off for a swim. Bye.